it was difficult for me to recruit CSM with different skill sets. So I said, okay, what type of domains of expertise I wanna have in my team? So it made me think about being more general. So I came up with project management capabilities, data analysis capabilities, sales account management capabilities, and domain expertise capability. But it helped me to focus at that time, okay, I need those, at least two of those facets. 18 months ago, I added the AI proficiency, AI capability, because that interjects with all of them.
And how are you measuring AI proficiency and capability? I am Jenny Calvert, coming at you live from Pulse Europe in Dublin. I am so excited to welcome Guy Galon to the chair. Guy, welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for joining us. And you are the Chief Customer Success Officer at Obrela, correct? Tell us a little more about yourself, your remit, your teams, all of that.
So in Obrela, I'm responsible for the customer success team, the technical project management team, and lately even the channels and partners. So partner and channel success kind of synergize with customer success in our own organization. I come from a mixed technical business background. So over the years, I like to kind of stay between technology and customer facing. I started my career as a software engineer, and over the years, I played many roles in software delivery, software quality, support, project management, account management. And let's say the last 10 years, more or less, focus more on customer success, account management, and cybersecurity.
How has the technical experience early in your career helped as you evolved into a CS leader?
I think it helped me not to be overwhelmed, because early in my career, I was told, CS, they just relationship people. What is the exact value that they add? So if you know technology and you understand technology and you evolve with technology over the years, I think it puts you in a position in any role, which is customer facing role, where they understand that they speak to someone that actually understands. So it's not just about, oh, you can press this button or do something like that, but you understand how technology actually correlates with business.
Goes well with something that I'm thinking about. And there's a little debate whether or not, as we move forward in the agentic area, is more generalist or more specialist roles going to be critical as we move forward? What's your take?
I would split it probably to two different parts. First of all, let's say generally for any professional these days, I think the combination of being adaptable, flexible, and curious, I think that's a must. You cannot, otherwise you stay behind, regardless if you're in CS or not. In CS, I would say if you're a small company, you probably have to be generalist and you have to kind of master different aspects. In companies who grow in growth mode, probably they will seek more specialities or to be more specific in what you're doing, because they scale and they need to be a bit more structured. So I don't have a particular opinion, but I think you need to be flexible enough to know when you need to be generalist, because my next job is in a startup versus I'm going now to a scale up or a growth company, and I need to kind of focus my capabilities and skills in a specific domain.
Yeah. How is some of your talent development, talent acquisition shifting as AI becomes more integrated into everything we do in CS?
So let me take you more than 5 years ago. Before COVID, I came up with my own, I call it the multifaceted CSM framework that I used for
The multifaceted CSM framework.
Yes.
Got it.
At the time I saw it was difficult for me to recruit CSM with different skill sets. So I said, okay, what type of domains of expertise I wanna have in my team? So it made me think about being more general. So I came up with project management capabilities, data analysis capabilities, sales account management capabilities, and domain expertise capabilities. So those were the four facets. And I said, if I find one that has all of them, that's a superwoman or Wonder Woman. But it helped me to focus at that time, okay, I need at least two of those facets. 18 months ago, I added the AI proficiency, AI capability, because that interjects with all of them. AI helps you today with all of them, definitely with data analysis.
And how are you measuring AI proficiency and capability?
First of all, by curiosity and not, I talk to I don't want to hear things about, I don't try it, it's too it's too technical. It's not too technical. It requires some attention, some focus, and as I said, some curiosity to understand that you do it also for yourself, not just for the sake of the company because guys said so. You do it before because you need it for your professional career.
The
So
value add for them as
exactly. So I
individuals.
measure it, let's say, on curiosity and willingness to try and experiment. And the other thing, I won't say outcomes, but the fact that you can do it iteratively and quite quickly. So don't try to set big targets. Try to solve a small use case first and see that it works for us. And I encourage them to do so because eventually I want our AI next steps to come from my team, not just because guys say so.
So your 4 became 5
Exactly.
of the multifaceted CSM.
Exactly. And I still think the model holds even today with
Yep.
the AI because it's difficult to find someone that will do all of them. But AI helps you to improve your facets or your skill sets in each one of those 4 domains.
Well, speaking of AI, as we move into 2026, give me a little sneak peek behind your AI strategy. Where are you hedging your bets? Where are you investing moving into next year?
Okay, so I think I would not say bet, but I would say let's be prepared. So I'll give you some things that are a little bit of concern to me. So we are a cybersecurity company. So what exactly the data we want to analyze and process, right? So we hold quite sensitive information. So if I do any AI, I have to make sure that I'm compliant. It's not just about, I use different tools. And I have to understand what type of data do I want to process. Some of the things we do are just internal. We're not using any external tools. We are developing our own capability.
So you're building.
Yes. For certain aspects. For other aspects where we are using other tools as well, for customer management, for taking notes and so on. Those are standard tools that we use. So I would say which data I'm trying or I wish to analyze. What am I compliant? Am I not risking my customers and myself? And then I would say what I said before, moving into iterations, not try to solve big problems, but try to move fast and solve it. So that's, let's say, from my own personal opinion. If I would expect big things from AI next year, help me to read between the lines to find those early indicators of churn that even today it's difficult for us to find. Second, tell our CSMs what's the next best action to do given a certain situation or place.
Finding those early indicators something's wrong, helping your CSMs figure out,
Exactly.
okay, what do we
Or
do
give me
next
some
about
options
it?
or say,
Yeah.
and what if? Because we do that in our head. The question is AI can do it. And third, find me early expansion opportunities, not just what we'll find ourselves by using our brain and our experience, but what if AI can help as well.
What's possible for you, your teams, and your business if AI can do this well? So if we solve the early warning system, we've got the CSMs engaging in the different strategies, and we're identifying those expansions. What changes in your business?
What will you ask? What will change in terms of with my customers?
Sure.
Well, first of all, I see first internally for us, so we will be more effective, more efficient. I can scale without having to. I mean, I keep my team. We'll not drop the team. We'll keep the team. We will expand based on real, growth. With my customers, I expect that my CSMs they have a helping hand that helps them with some of the major objectives that they have. They will have more time to focus what our customers' needs are because they change.
Totally.
Cybersecurity, there are a lot of changes also because of AI. So we need to figure out how we help them on things that they don't know enough about, or we need to learn more about. This is maybe more domain expertise, a part of domain expertise, and how you build that into your customer management.
I'm hearing a real hyper focus on the opportunity and change. Your customers are experiencing a lot of change in the age of AI. You and your teams are anticipating and experiencing a lot of change.
And maybe my customers already experience. Some of them I will know, some of the things I will know, some of the things I will not know. But if I come and share with them what we do to make their life easier, I think it will open up the discussion with them.
Leading by doing a little bit. That's fantastic. All right, advice time. It's Q4. What is a piece of advice that you would give or you have received around how to hit your GRR numbers to close out the year?
Okay, so two examples. With my team, I give them a very straightforward advice. Just focus. it's not a 12 weeks quarter, it's 10 or 8. So if you think about IT freeze, usually we have 8 weeks. So if we need to complete onboarding or complete a major milestone, let's try and plan it before end of November. If we have renewals or potential expansions, then let's work very close with sales to close them. So I'm asking them at this quarter, let's be more focused on what we need to achieve and think that we have instead of 12 weeks, we have 8, 9 to 10 weeks, and let's plan accordingly. So maybe it's a very old school, straightforward, but it helps people to focus.
Realistic timelines, partner where needed to see it through.
Exactly.
Sounds pretty simple and smart to me, Guy.
A good advice I received, or let's say unexpected, was a few years ago in my career. I was working a different role, but still in front of customers. And one of my very good sellers in my company says, you don't need just to look at what Q4 has for you. Think about Q1 next year. Which of the renewals and expansion we can bring forward. Now, retrospectively, I know why he did that. He had to meet his target. So he knew that I had very good relationship with customers, right? But it made me think over the years that sometimes, even for customer success, there are some opportunities waiting for Q1. And if there are the right circumstances and you work closely with the customer and sales, they are willing to renew earlier, to expand earlier. They get some discount because it's the end of the year. Your sales are happy. Everyone are happy.
It's a win-win for all. Parting words before we wrap up. What are you most excited for about Pulse in Dublin?
I think, first of all, I'm excited to meet the community. You get so many interesting discussions. You hear different people's different perspectives. I think that will be the first thing for me. And I also like, although I speak today, I also like to get into sessions.
And what is your topic? Admittedly, I did not look it up. I know. Horrible.
We like transparency and honesty.
I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to pretend I know what you're speaking about, but I am curious.
It's a workshop, and I call it some insights to impact and how customer success can shape revenue forecasting. So take out the signals that we have in the future with AI, and how we have improved discussions and planning with sales and finance.
Very cool.
So I think we do a lot in terms of renewals and expansions. I call it the execution side, but going back and plan it. CS are not part of it all the time. Sometimes we'll do, sometimes we're just bystanders, sometimes we just being, I want to promote it more into the revenue table so you are a serious contributor. But that's what I'm trying to do to train them, practice them with some cases that I built, which are based on experiences that I had before, and just tell them, try it. We have a question about the renewal, about the expansion. What do you need to do? What's missing? What will you do to make it happen? So in a way, I'm thinking, think about it, how you will do it. And later when you have agents, you'll know what to expect them or how you will train them to ask the right questions. Because agents will do it, maybe partly do it today, but I still think that there's a human aspect here that still needs to be trained.
If you're familiar with the works of like Robert Cialdini at all and the influence, right? Influence, AI will be able to help influence, but there is a human element that's really important for that commonality, that connection that we required, building that trust.
Because eventually when a CFO and a CRO are doing their revenue projection for next year, even in a couple of years from now, it's not going to be, okay, the AI told me that it will be 50% renewal chances. Nobody will accept it, right? I mean, I feel that it will be another input, and somebody, human, CS leader, will have to say, yes, we can put it, it's 50% by the agent, but I believe we can close it. Because eventually, you need to put a plan in place. That's how we build the business. So we need to be confident about it. Using AI, but using our own capabilities.
It's an and 100%. I think we've moved away from, the fear and are into a little more of exploratory what's possible. How do we work together? And then we talked a lot about how people will end up being managers of it. So everybody will be a manager or a leader of some sort in the very near future. Because you're going to have to be the one helping to iterate, guide, and influence our agents work.
Correct. It's still interesting to see that you have a team, you'll be a team lead of agents.
Yeah. We've had some people talk about how they're managing or thinking about managing agents, but I don't know if anybody's really doing it yet.
I think it's too early.
Yeah.
What does it mean to manage an agent? Will you give them priorities? Okay. Will they have objectives?
Yep.
Yes. So you will interact with them.
What if they underperform?
Exactly. Would you fire them?
We fire them?
No, performance review.
Amazing. Yeah.
You could do a performance review of your agent.
I mean, there are, there's evals and all of that kind of stuff. So do we bring some of that concept into, there's a lot of fun to come. Super exciting. Really fun to hear a little bit about how you're thinking about it, how you're prioritizing. Thanks so much for joining.
Thank you very much for having me.